What's up, Boss Fam? It's your boy DJ the Boss, back again with another video. This is gonna be one of the most valuable videos I ever upload. It's something that I couldn't find a real explanation of when I was starting and creating my business and trying to figure out how to get things done and how to best use my time and be efficient. It's systems. I know you hear everyone say you need to be creating systems. You need to be building systems in your business. You know, systematize this, systematize that, automate this. You know, work without working, or make money in your sleep by having these systems. And no one really ever explained what a system was or how a system worked in a way that made sense to me. It was kind of the most vague thing everyone talked about, and that frustrated the hell out of me. Darnell, I don't remember the exact name. I know his name is Darnell. He was in the comments, and he's the one that actually brought up the question. So shout out to Darnell. I really appreciate you for bringing this up. I can't believe I haven't made this video already, but you guys are in for a lot of value. Please stick around to the end. I never really even asked for that, but a system is something that's a start to finish thing. So stick around to the end of this video if you really want to understand how to build systems in your business. It's going to be one of the most valuable things you ever listen to if you don't understand what a business system is already. So stick around. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm loving the size of the community. I'm loving the interaction. I'm loving the engagement that you guys have down in the comments. Like these videos. This video, 100 likes. We should run this up to 100 likes. If you see that thumb and it doesn't have 100 next to it, share the video. Hit that thumb and then share the video to someone else, because this is going to be valuable across every industry. I know, you know, I own a cleaning company here in Seattle, Washington. It's going to be kind of specific towards that, and definitely because the question is geared towards, you know, hiring employees for this, you know, for a cleaning company. But I'll try to generalize it a little bit more so that it's a little more applicable to everybody. But this is going to be valuable no matter what type of service business you're running, or business at all. It's systems. A business is nothing but a group of systems that work together to spit out cash for the owner. So that's all, you know, that's all a business is in its entirety. So we're going to go over what a system is, how to create a system for your, you know, for your business. I think specifically Darnell's question was about building an employee onboarding system. So we'll use that as our main example as we go along. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. One of the best things that you can do for your business. Hey, it's Cash.
Want to wait?
No, you're good. Come on in. What's up? It's Cash. Cash Boo. Say hi. Say what up, boss fam. Cash Boo is going to come because I live next to a farm. My neighbors have a farm, and I don't know what attacked him over there, or maybe he scratched himself getting through the gate, but it got infected, and so he's got the cone, which has gotten dirty. But he's only got a couple days left in it. He's healing up. But this is Cash Boo. What up, Bubs?
Hey, Dad.
What's going on, man? Yeah. All right. So my family just walked in. I'm gonna get back to this video in just a quick second. Damn, how tall are you, man? You're like not even in the frame. Look at this. You look like Wizard Kelly. All right, get out of here. All right, but yeah, we're gonna break down how to build an employee system after this. Man, I appreciate y'all sticking around.
Look, this for all my boss days. Go through your boss days. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing. Look, this for all my boss days. Go through your boss days.
All right, so let's talk about building systems. Actually, let's build a really easy one, a real quick one for you guys. It'll take half a minute. Let's build a learning system, something that's gonna help you learn. One of the best things you can do for your business is to be on a continuous learning journey. So that means having, you know, information come to you on its own. You can do that by subscribing to this channel. It's a real good channel to subscribe to. I don't try to sell you guys anything. I don't have a masterclass or a course or anything like that to sell you. I make all my money in my cleaning business. It takes care of me and you know, sufficiently enough that I don't need to kind of monetize this YouTube audience. I do this kind of as a, you know, as not necessarily a charity, but I want something like this to exist. So it's a personal reason why I do this. Is not for money. Yeah, it would be great if we can grow this community big enough to where it's monetizable and without me having to sell something to you guys. And that really is the goal. But it's a great channel to subscribe to, not only for those reasons, but because it's in your industry. It's about business. One of the best things you can do for your business is be on a continuous learning journey. Like I said, if information comes to you, that's a system. It happens automatically. You have that system in place. You should be subscribed to anything that has anything to do with the business that you do. If you're trying to run a business, you're trying to be an entrepreneur, then especially if you're in the service business, then any other service business you can learn something from, about whether it's the way that they bill, whether it's the way that they do some form of paperwork. Or most of my paperwork is a mashup of all the other things that I've learned and all the other paperwork that I've seen in all these other different industries, not necessarily just some specifically designed commercial cleaning paperwork or system. I've learned from all these different places to be able to make my own, and I know what's out there because I've been seeing so much that I'm able to put things together in my own way, and I have more options of things to pull from because I've been receiving this information automatically over the course of years. So that's going to be one of the first things you can do. Create that system, create that learning system by just hitting the subscribe button. This video should get 100 likes. With no question. So if you see the little blue thumb and you don't see a 100 next to that number, hit that button for your boy, and then share the video with somebody who might enjoy it, someone else who's trying to start a service company, whether it's HVAC, plumbing, electrical, pressure washing, window cleaning, anything, landscaping, all of that stuff. It's all relatively the same. The business principles really don't change a whole lot at all. So but let's get back into the video and in a more applicable way, as in terms of this commercial cleaning employee onboarding system. So any systems you're going to need to think it through. I think that's where a lot of people are not understanding systems and what a system is. It's just that process that gets something from one place to another. So an employee onboarding system is really just however you decide to take someone from not knowing about your company to being a fully trained and working employee in your company. Everything in the middle is that system, those processes and procedures that make it happen. And that's it's your responsibility to create. It's your responsibility to use resources that work for you, and do it in a way that fits your lifestyle, which is why it's really hard for me to give this generalized advice, because it's going to be specific to each person and what your goals are in your business and how much time you're willing to be in your business or be completely out of your business. So it's the tools and things aren't necessarily important. What is important is that you are learning as much as you can so that these tools and these resources exist when it's time to create your system. Of course, when people hear the term system, they think of automation, and a complete system. All your businesses together, all your systems together should mean your business is automated. But there's automation within each of these systems, and not everything can be completely electronically automated. Some things you're going to have actual people to do them. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do them. It can be a part of your system to have someone in this position in order to carry out this position in the automation or in the system that you create. So don't think of it as a system as just one program that you're going to buy and everything's just going to happen on its own. It's never like that. That's not a system. You really have to think of getting these things done from start to finish. So in terms of employee onboarding, it'd be better to have people first hear about your company, get familiar with your company, whether that's through a video or some advertisement that they've seen. It's always better if they have some type of familiarity with you, right? And then they actually end up applying to your company. You receive that application. You need to have those first two things. The automation within those first two things is whether or not you're sponsoring a job post, or you have job posts go out every week, so that this is a continuous thing. Each of these things you have to try to think of approaching each of these things of trying to get them to happen without you, and then continuously happen without you. So one of the ways you can continuously have employee attraction happening is ads. Like, say, if you Indeed, any of these platforms, Facebook has it, Indeed, Monster, you create your post on these platforms, you run ads, and those ads can run continuously. You can go back and change them and make tweaks to them, and you can add that to your system later. It can be someone's job to go in, redo or rewrite job post or what have you, whatever, once a quarter or once a week or whatever. If something's coming up, you can go and change those. But once you do that part of the system is already in place. Then you get to move on to what happens when people actually respond to those job posts or those advertisements that you're running continuously. So you'll continuously have people coming in. If you set up the job post right and your ad is appealing and it speaks to people in your, that match your core values, you'll have these people, on a continuous drip. It should be predictable after a while of people, applying and applicants for you to kind of go through and pull through. I say paid because it's the easiest way for things to be consistent. But it is possible for you to do it for free. And I think you may just have to repost whenever the post expires or something like that. But either way it goes, it's still a system, and it's still your employee attraction part of your system. Now then it's time to decide what to do once you receive all these applications, whether you're going to bring everyone in for an interview, or if you're going to have some type of, system, a process and procedure. This is where you're, in your day-to-day and what you're doing now. It's why it's good to write down everything that you're doing. So you want to write down the reasons why you would pick someone over someone else in order to come in for an interview. So you want to pull out those characteristics of applicants that you think will be a good match of people to bring in for an interview. And if you can actually write those things down and someone else can identify those things in these applications, then there you go. You got another part of your system built. You got a way to siphon through these applicants and get people that you feel are, that at least you think are good value matches for your company. Even within some of these systems, I think Indeed can kind of even partially do that too. It's kind of filter and screen some of those applicants before they actually get to you by whether or not they meet certain criteria. So that that's something else that can be automated. So you have to know these things. You have to be doing these things to know where you can put automation and where you can't put automation, and where to trust the automation and where not to trust the automation, because it's not always foolproof. But if you're looking to just kind of automate everything and and throw money at it, it's possible. You could do it in this way. You just have to know to go and set it up. So now you've got a way to pick through people. You can have messages automatically sent to the people that apply and that meet your criteria, whether that's through the platform itself again, or you have it trigger some action in your email that when you receive applications, that emails go out for whatever the next steps in the process and procedure are for bringing people into your company. For me, that would be for an interview. It would automatically email them back and say, hey, when can you come in for an interview? Pick a date on this calendar and schedule yourself for an interview. Then they schedule themselves. Things pop up on my calendar. And that part, for the most part, is pretty automated. It's automated, and now we're further along down the system. So now the potential employee is a lot further down the line. So now they have, they're on the schedule. I see it on my schedule. I pop up, on where I'm supposed to be for the interview at the office or wherever the interview is, and and I have a criteria again, just like I do for people that we're going to, actually take in their applications and bring them on for an interview. During the interview process, I've already written down the questions that I want to ask and the types of answers that I want, that I think are value matches for people to bring on into my company. And whoever else I decide to allow to do that, to hire people and make those hiring decisions, they make those decisions based off of those notes, that policy, those procedures and those criteria that I've already set up. They're written down, and they're either in our Google Drive or in a manager's desk or a supervisor's desk or a supervisor's files. But those things are available for whoever that job is. They know what the procedure is. They know what the process is for deciding to bring someone on, or how to find value matches or hire someone that I would hire. But yeah, that's why you want to make sure you're writing all these things down. Write everything that you do down. as you do it, if this is your first time trying to build out your process and procedure, or you're thinking about bringing on your first couple of employees, definitely start by writing everything that you do down in detail, and it's gonna make it a lot easier to isolate what should be one person's job, what should be another person's job, and how to go about approaching these different sections of your business and systematizing each one of them. It seems like a lot of work, and it most definitely is a lot of work, but you really only do it once, and then you're kind of just maintaining from then on out, hopefully, if you do it right and you don't try to cut corners when you're building your system. Another way that you can, if you're not going to write everything down, you can record yourself in a video like this, or record yourself doing the things, or record yourself completing all these tasks that you're going to assign to somebody else. Then they know, even how to click the buttons to initiate the other systems. You can make a video recording yourself or recording someone else carrying out these activities. There you go. And now you have like a video training program, and then there's tons of programs to automate that. So now we're into training. We've got someone who didn't know about our company all the way to the point where now we're about to train them. We've decided how we're going to ask which answers to our interview questions are going to determine if someone can come and work for us or not. Now it's time to get them hired, trained, and working. So now you have training. The next step should be they're going to start training. If you've been writing everything down, you basically have a training manual to hand them for their position. That's why you write everything down. If you recorded it, now you have a training program, software, that you can stick in front of them and have them go through. To automate this training process, there's things like Trainual. There's all types of LMS systems. LMS is a learning management software. This may be probably the most valuable part of this video is learning management software. So a lot of them are paid, but there are some free ones out there, but you can use them to import your videos or import your policies and procedures that you've written down, and they'll kind of make either gamify or make it pretty, make your training program or that how it looks to the end user, your employee. They make it look a little pretty, a little more presentable, a little more professional, and I think that can help. Even just looking at those type of things can motivate you to if like you can get this training program finished, because that's where I'm at most of the time, is trying to get some training program finished, because it's that important. Once you get that set up, then you're towards the end of your onboarding process. And so you have these training programs or processes and procedures that'll gamify and test, and you set all this stuff up. It's a lot of work, but again, it's you do it once and it's set up, and then you're just kind of tweaking it from there, or you're assigning people to do tweaks and teaching them how to tweak from there. Obviously, everything that you set up on that bottom level, you're going to have to create a system for the next level, so for managers, and then as you grow, you'll have to create a system for managing the managers, and it just gets bigger and bigger. But you want to be creating these systems, otherwise you never get to that bigger step or that next level. You never get there if you don't start systematizing your business and start systematizing everything. You want to be approaching everything like you're trying to design it for you to not do it, you not to be the one carrying out the actual activity. That's basically your system in a nutshell. However you want to end it out with after they go through this training, whether they pass a test or now they come and they work side by side with a supervisor, or they work side by side with you. At least they're coming to you on day one with at least the things that you want to tell them, and you don't have to waste time saying the same thing over and over again, or use time that that you could be doing where you can be doing something else, working more on your systems and building or working on your business, as opposed to saying the same thing over and over again to every single employee that walks through the door. Now you don't have to worry about remembering it. You can say, hey, did you do the training? What did you think of the training? And then just go right into work. And then once they're working, you determine however long they need to work side by side with someone, have them, to have you evaluate them or their supervisor evaluate them for a little while after they've taken the training. And then, you're done. Now you have a full employee onboarding system, but that's thinking about it, from someone not knowing who you are to someone being fully trained and working in your facility. Of course there's details and things like that in there for how you do whatever it is that you do, but that's how you want to be approaching it. Approach everything like you want to be, like you're eventually going to teach someone else how to do it. So be writing those steps down, or be making these videos of you completing these tasks. And yeah, I mean, search for automation at each of these steps. So that it seems like a lot of work, but once you set it up, it's done, and that's it. You only have to do it once. It is a lot of work, and it's where a lot of people stop, and a lot of people use the excuse of, I got to do this and I got to do that. But if you're not working on your business, which means building the systems to make it run without you, you're not actually working. You're literally you're doing the self-employment thing. You're not actually working on your business. That's what being an entrepreneur is. It's building those systems to make your business run more efficiently. It's managing the money. It's hiring the right people. You create systems to do all of this stuff the way that you want it to do, so that at the end of it, it spits out money for you. You create systems for your money to be managed the way that you want it to be managed. That's by there's programs, QuickBooks or what have you, all these accounting programs. You can hire a bookkeeper, you can hire an accountant, and you can have these things automated for you. Like literally, all my finances are pretty much automated. I make the money by promoting my business in the ways that I see fit, and directing the marketing and the sales the way that I see fit. I make the money. I don't even make the money. Actually, I present the business. I make sure the business has exposure. As the money comes in, my bookkeeper is actually the one who takes in the payments. I don't even take in the payments anymore. I don't even take the payments. So the payments come in, the money goes into my account. It's on my debit card. I swipe. That's all I do. I swipe my card. I don't really pay attention to what I'm spending it on. I just swipe. I pay my bills with my card. I don't have to look at anything, because I know on the back end, my accountant is identifying transactions. She's separating them out. She's working with the accountant for whatever we need to do for taxes. And every now and then we have a meeting. They let me know what's going on. They let me know how profitable we are. If we're spending too much money in certain areas, we set budgets, and then we go from there. And that's it. That's a system that happens without me. All I do is live my life and swipe my card. That's because I've been building systems for so long. Everything else is systemized, and to the point where even that is systemized now. And you realize the more that you do that, the more free time that you're going to have. And it won't feel like that while you're building your system. It'll feel like you've been doing this and only this, and that's all that you will ever have to do. But it does end, and you'll be able to take a lot more free time, or apply a lot more time to building more systems the more that you go along with it. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So don't procrastinate, just get into it. Done is better than perfect. Just go do it. That's it, man. But I hope you guys found some value from this video. It's off the cuff. I didn't prepare to do it. Again, I have a little bit of frustration because I've tried to record this video 7 times. If you guys watch the update video, I've kind of been going through it. But I hope this video brings you guys a lot of value. This is one of the things that really helped me when I was getting started, was getting this understanding of what a business system was. So take that, apply it to sales system. Get someone from not knowing who you are to being a fully onboarded customer, or whatever you call people who give you money for whatever service you provide. Just think about that. And imagine yourself, when you're doing these things, imagine yourself in the other person's shoes. Imagine, after you build your employee system, go through it. Go become an employee of your company, or have your little sister or brother, hey, take this training for me, or hey, apply to my job and then go through the steps for me until you're all the way employed, or do it yourself so that you see how it looks to them, and that way you can evaluate your own system. And do the same for your sales system. Do the same for whatever other systems that you need in your business. Research. Whenever you're working on a new part of the system, look for automation. You can Google it. Google is one of the best resources that we have today. Google it. I promise you, it probably exists. People have a hard time with that. Don't try to recreate. Don't try to recreate stuff. If you're not a developer or a programmer, then let what already exists guide you. This has all been done before. You pick a business model of how you're gonna follow to do your business. Everything else is pretty much done. The tools are out there. You just go get them, find them, pull the ones that you like and the ones that work for you to make your business operate the way you want, that fits in your lifestyle, put them together, and it's done. That's it, man. I really, really hope you guys found this as valuable as I know it is. It may take a second to sink in. You may come back to this video later on. But yeah, I really hope it sticks with you guys. But you guys should definitely have some information that's applicable and something that you can go and try to apply today. So get to building your systems. Get to building your employee onboarding system. Let me know how it goes, man. I love y'all. Keep that bus mentality. Peace.